Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Challenges, an educational monster train series where I periodically play a daily challenge. I've kind of decided that this is the nice thing for me to just slot in when I can't decide on what else I want to do on a Saturday. And so we might get a few weeks of these as I prepare for some other stuff or find something that I'm interested in. This is kind of an opportune moment to mention it, but there's this game called like a roguelike deck builder poker game called Balatro coming out in a few days. And everyone has recommended this to me, and I have bounced off of the demo so many times that I just don't know. There's something about the fact, like the way that it plays, the way it looks, I get where the fun comes from, and it's got very strong dopamine generators in it, like, ooh, big number go up, big multiplier, but it just doesn't click with me, and I guess that's just gonna have to be okay. It does not seem like a lot of fun. At least I've bounced off of it each time I've tried. So, I don't know. I guess that's not going to be for the channel. Sorry if you were excited about it. But so in the meantime, I'm going to be doing some daily challenge stuff until I can decide on something better to do. I've mentioned this last week, I think. There's two things on my radar. I want to do the Inkbound 1.0 release when that comes out, though I do suspect that's a few months away at this point. I don't honestly have a great sense for when that's going to be, but just based on my gut, I'm thinking sometime in the middle of the year. And then there's also the Wildermyth DLC that's going to get me back into that game for sure. I 100% plan on picking that back up. So that's exciting when that comes around. I've also got the free DLC campaign to do when that happens as well. And that'll last me for a good chunk of time because amazingly, Wildermyth is the game on my, I think I've mentioned this a few times, on my channel that has the longest legs. So the videos never get very many views when they come out, but they get the most views of all of my videos over time. A Monster Train video falls off after, a couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe, it stops getting views in a meaningful way. Part of this is because I make so much Monster Train content that people who would watch those are moving on to newer videos. Cool, makes sense. But the Wildermyth videos, I guess there's just not a lot of content creation from a strategic angle on it ever. So it just gets steady views. They are consistently among the most viewed videos on my channel. So I definitely think that even if it ends up being a multi-month process, going through those extra campaigns and putting out that content will serve well in the end. Plus, it's a fun little diversion. So that'll be good when that happens. Though I admit I have not paid attention to when that's coming out. I should probably actually maybe Google that after this episode and see if I can plan around it. But other than that, I don't have anything on the radar right now for this particular slot. So we're just going to play some daily challenge stuff, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say there. Today, the daily challenge, I just picked this day, 217. Look at me go. I'm recording this literally before this video is going up, so hopefully it's not a horrific loss. We are playing as Little Fade, so what could possibly go wrong? We have Umbra as the combo. Not great, but fine. Early lead, you start with improved firebox and lost luggage, which is just straight up disgusting. That's incredibly good. Starry Suffering, which is bad, but certainly we can find solutions to this, or just play top floor and be fine with it. And then hashtag blessed, gain a random artifact after every battle. This is nuts. I mean, there's definitely some 83, 81Ks here. There's probably like a Votivary Infinite in this run or something. I mean, this is obviously an Infinite if you're looking at 84K score, Infinite like 300 shards or something. But I don't know. I will try my best to score high, but I also have a very strong tendency as a player to gravitate towards solid lines that just win runs and not actively seeking out the infinite or something like that. We'll see. Maybe it's shown to us, but I think if it were that obvious, more people than three would have an 80k score. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what the heck the daily is. This is probably going to be a breeze, if I'm being honest with you. This downside seems, bad, but you can play around it pretty comfortably. So, gosh, I'm always so surprised at how small decks are at Covenant 1. What the heck? I have 4 fewer starting cards. Anyway, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. I have a very busy week of work coming up. I have new hires. I have job interviews that I'm running. I have what else? I have an appraisal that I have to support. It's going to be brutal. I'm going to be real with you. It's going to be brutal. But you know what? That is a problem for 3 days away, 3 days away me. So we'll deal with that when we come to it. All right, let's get in on it. As before, we are Exile Melting, Default Umbra. We're facing Explosive Sigil Daedalus, Rage Fel, Patient Seraph, Dripfall, Immortal Trade, Memento Mori. Dripfall's nice, Immortal Trade's fine. Memento Mori is not great, but whatever. All right, temples today, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 5 temples. That's great. I mean, if we're planning to win this with a high score, I pretty much have to get every shard from every temple. Now, you can obviously go a lot harder on this by going to dupes and duplicating 20 shard items or something like that. Certainly an option. We might consider it depending on how strong we get and how fast, but things to keep in mind. Dupe on 8 is on magic side, sure. Another removal dupe on 7 with money, that's pretty cool. Magic Shop competes, no steel here. Steel Shop, Magic Shop on 6. Steel Shop has the Vortex, very cool. Trinket Shop with money in the middle on 5. Maybe fun, maybe. Competes with a Steel Shop in money. Neither of these is particularly strong, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's a daily. We have a removal dupe here on 4 with Umbra Banner, competing with a Steel Shop. Noting the lack of Magic Shops on 4 and 5, kind of interesting. Means we do get, yep, double Magics in the early game. Remnant Banner on Ring 3 with the Magic Shop, competing with a Horde. Honestly, the Magic Shop looks better. Steel Shop having a Remnant Banner on 2. So very clearly being forced down a Remnant line on this one. Pretty straightforward. Eternal Flame, Firelight. Going to be real with you, when you have Dazed 2, you should definitely pick Firelight here. She's fine to sacrifice. You don't actually need her to attack, so that's a good line. Horde today says Winged Steel probably is better than Mask of Penumbra. They're both draw relics, but one of them is going to be one that I don't activate very often. One is going to be one I activate every turn. So Winged Steel it is. Take money, move on. Cool. Alright, Spike's Trial. Honestly, Spike's Trial is a great way to lose a bunch of health here, right? I don't see a reason to take this. I think we just get completely housed by this, right? So let's not click this trial. I don't know. And then people are going to say you should play bottom floor or something. It's tough to say because everything's dazed, right? So what is the plan? I have no idea. Wow, no Ember Drain. Right. That makes some sense, I suppose. Weird. It's a very weird... Maybe this is actually super easy. And I just don't know it. I guess I can generate Ember for next turn, possibly, with the Morsel angle here. I suppose we'll see. Interesting. I cannot get the Collector. Incredible. Amazing. There's potentially a world I could have done it, but it just didn't happen. Okay. Sure. No Collector. That's hilarious. Fair enough. Now, a unit passing away is pretty good here. I think the right angle is actually to double drip this guy. Right? Maybe? I don't know. I think we drip one guy in mid-floor, right? For sure. Get him down there. I think that's accurate. I'm going to take the morsel downstairs for sure. Now, the question is just, do I just keep dropping this? I probably don't want to do this. Probably. I'm going to let this go. He's going to hit me twice, but it's like, that's fine, right? It's okay. And then we get the reform here, and I think we're going to have a better time. Yeah, they burn out. Great. You drip downstairs for some extra value on this. We put in the morsel. We get a good hit there. We came pretty close with that Immortal Trade to actually winning this particular combat on bottom floor, which is interesting. Guy had 9 health, which was just enough to survive this weird setup here. Depending on what we hit on this reform, alright, I mean... I think we instead go for... Oh, I probably would have had him if I just clicked the Memento Mori, right? That's not something I had even considered in this particular instance. It's kind of interesting. I'm guaranteed to get Fade back, I think, so as long as I don't play this Train Steward. 4/4. He's burnout 1, it doesn't matter. Alright, we just chill on this, I think. Kind of strange. Wait, where is she? There she is. It's fine. Interesting, interesting. Alright, I definitely would have gotten past this if I had approached this a little differently. This is one of those strange things. I took a lot more damage I think I needed to there. Opening combustible wax is good. I can plan around that. Wait, what? Where'd that come from? Oh yes, hashtag blessed. Alright, cool. Good chat. Great job. Alright, I'm going to take Wicklash, its damage scaling, and the Burnout Extender. How important that is, hard to say. Let's take a Space Prism here. I definitely took a little more damage than I needed to there. I should have just played the Memento Mori. I had that loaded for 40, which would have made that work. Let's go look for a banner unit real fast. Multi-Strike and Damage Shield 3 in the shop is good. Lady of the House is a winning choice. Okay, that's good. Take that Multi-Strike, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and take this Damage Shield 3 as well. I think that's a perfectly fine setup here. Yeah, sure. Seems good to me. Now, do you actually need that Damage Shield 3? Great question. Absolutely excellent question. I have no idea. Because this is Covenant 1. Enemies are a lot weaker than I'm expecting. I'm going to take Sinner Salve. This will just smooth out some of those curse combats, I think, where I am going to have to play top floor no matter what I do. I think you could maybe argue one of the other choices, but we'll see. Alright, I'll take the unit draft. I'm looking for, I don't know, Paraffin Enforcer would be neat, I suppose. Playing bottom floor seems like a bad choice, so I'm not going to do it, I don't think. Sure. I will put a Train Steward down just so I can feed it some morsels. That's fine, I think. And then I guess I'll double drip fall something. Sure, why not? Okay. Cool. We don't get the Collector again. Very funny. Entertainment. Monster Train. I guess I could play the other Train Steward out. There's really no reason to do this, though. Goodbye, Collector, yet again. Unbelievable. That's okay. We are pulling it out upstairs at least, which I'm happy about. Cool. This should be straightforward for the win. If I play Memento Mori, I kill both. Excellent. I'll take it. Great work. I think if I drip fall here, I do get the kill. And then you give it the Immortal Trade and we're good. Yeah. The drip fall, obviously not an ideal combo there, but with all the other cards in our hand, we get the kill one turn sooner, which is good. Memorial Fund, sure. Very strange. I'll take the Draft Infusion here. That's excellent. I could take a Mind Collapse, and I really should have something that takes magic power, so let's grab that. I no longer require a unit draft here. We skip these. Alright, I mean, we just make a bunch of these things, and that's it, pretty much, right? I'm going to hunt for Waxer Snuffer because I think it's stronger than anything I can do with a magic shop here. And I don't need the unit for anything, so... Sketches? That's interesting, because Sketches is good, but... It's great if I can find a way to, like, get rid of Damage Shield. Otherwise, the first wave always leaks, which is not great. Also, with the Firebox and Lost Luggage, I'm pretty likely to draw out everything anyway. Sketches might be the way people are winning this, though, right? Think about this. What if you have, like, an intrinsic resin removal eventually? It's a lot of damage you can put out. I think I'm going to take the mallet, though. I don't know. That's a little bit risky. I'm going to go ahead and do this infusion in case we hit the X5 on this. Sure, X3, amazing. There is the intrinsic present, which is worth noting. I'm going to take everything. Mind Collapse getting a plus 30 seems good. I'll put the intrinsic on something, but let's look at the cave first. Heartstone. May as well upgrade this thing even further. Seems good. Okay, so she's never going to die now. Double upgrades on defense. We'll take the intrinsic somewhere. What's best card to play on turn 1? Oh, Space Prism, of course. That's a space relic. We love to see it. Moving on. Cool. Feeling alright about that. I do think Sketches is a bit of a bait, but we'll want to be watching out for something like a... What am I trying to find? Something like a Votivary is going to be high on our list of things to do. Just don't play this garbage. I don't want any of these cards. Yeah, bomb, excellent. Incredible work. Explosives. Let's blast the guy downstairs, I guess, and just let this ride. I think that's fine. The bomb is good. Sure, sure, sure. Rubble Morsel, great. I wish to draw a card. Cool, we'll do it. I'm going to... I guess... shoot the boss. Sure, fine. I think we're not really at risk of anything here. I'm just looking for a reform. We'll drop out little Fade. She gets shot. It's cool. I can take some morsels and we're chilling here, pretty much. Nothing to worry about. Great work. Yeah, this is going to be straightforward. We just reform, bring back Fade. I think the bomb gets it, which is awesome. Cool. Seems good to me. Yeah, we're earning some money. I could have played some other trash here and probably farmed out some extra cash, but I think I kind of prefer the part where we actually let Fade do her job. You know? I could just play an Immortal Trade and win this combat, actually, which is something I just should do. Let's just be real about it. Oh, no. A bummer indeed. I'm going to drop that. I don't feel like dealing with it. Fine. Cool, we won the combat. Good. This is straightforward. I think duping again is going to be very important. Molt Braces? Sure, sure. Happy to have it. Hallowed Halls is almost certainly the play. 100%. We can do something ridiculous with that. We're going to drop and skip any of these units. Lady of the Reformed, whatever. It's fine. Space might be the angle. Card draw is probably better. I'm going to click it. This enables more infinites if we see them. I'm going to go to the right. We're just going to begin removal duping out pretty much whatever we can. Engage the Pact. We self-infuse a Train Steward for no real reason. Spell Chain here. I'm going to go ahead and toss this in the Hallowed Halls because I think this is the most aggressively powerful way we could play it. And we're going to purge a Shade Splitter. Great work. I'm going to go ahead and sell this Umbra banner, of course. I'm going to remove the self-infused Train Steward, and I'm going to hold on to Memento Mori in case I need more magic power nonsense, so let's cut a Shade Splitter again. Okay. We're going to dupe Lady. Alright, and we move on. Firelight 2, sure, seems good. Okay. I think we're on the trajectory of a W here. I'm going to take the spikes here. I think we're definitely okay on that. Yeah, I think we're on path for where we want to go on this one. I actually think the right choice with this much Ember is certainly Hallowed Halls. Just click that out. Seems good to me. Free stats for everyone. Free stats for everyone. Incredible. And then we just blow up the guy downstairs because I don't feel like taking this curse ever. Seems good. Cool. Alright. We got the Collector. It's incredible. We did it, y'all. We actually got a Collector. Look at me playing around Ember Drain like it matters. That's very funny. Very funny, me. Alright. We should have enough power upstairs to actually kill this guy. Incredible news. They attack. Wonderful. And drip to stop a curse, and then I think we just kind of cruise on this one, honestly. I don't need to play anything else. Let it ride. Eventually they will kill Little Fade in a meaningful way. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and click the Hallowed Halls then, because I do think that's good. Sure. Wait. No! The Daze works that way? Oh, bummer. Oh, I'm such a fool. Okay. Heck no. I'm very sad about this. Oh, I didn't realize Hallowed Halls is awful here. What's the wording on this? Friendly units enter with Daze 2. Yeah, no, you're right. It's on the card. Ah, well, okay. Maybe we can survive this with Dripfall action. Look, this is bad. That's certainly true. I'm willing to accept the fact that I take some damage here in exchange for we manage to at least avoid death. That's a lot of damage we eat on this combat, and that is a huge bummer, but we pull it out. Woof. Okay, just let it ride. Alright, we get attacks again. Amazing. That is a huge bummer. I have to be careful. Hallowed Halls is super dead here, actually. Incredible. Wow, I had no idea. I'm going to need resin removal if they show it to me, is pretty much the universal truth of this particular run. Wow, okay. Great, well, we don't die, but we do lose like 50% score on that combat, which is terrible, if I'm being honest with you. That is like 2,000 points just gone. I'm not going to click Commemorative Spike. You can't make me. Even free, I don't want it. I do want Fade's First Blade. Man, that's a huge bummer. I'm going to take Subsuming Blade here. It's a ping that I can target my own allies with. None of the other ones are particularly good. That's a huge score loss that we're just going to have to deal with. I'm going to go farm left for a Waxer Snuffer, probably. Pyrestone Housing? I already can't benefit from it. Winged Technology, I guess, sure. Take the money in the middle. Merchant of Trinkets says Hell's Banners, Chain of Gems. Do I need Ember like this? Probably not. I'm going to re-roll. Waxer Snuffer, incredible. Alright, just high roll. Cool, now I think all we really need is a Votavary and we win the run, and I see where the infinite comes from, right? You see Votavary and you self-ping it with Subsuming Blade repeatedly and we remove everything else. So that's pretty cool. Let's cut Shade Splitters. Just cut cards that I don't require in any fashion. I'm going to drop an Immortal Trade here. It's a pretty low impact card. I'm going to cut another card, I guess. May as well. I don't need anything else here. We'll drop an Immortal Trade here as well. Okay. Sure. Seems okay. Let's move on. I can't believe I made that mistake. Multi-Strike should be okay. As long as I don't accidentally play that Hallowed Halls again, that is important. Good grief. Now, I could play it here, right? This is acceptable because they're already dazed too. So seeing this on turn 1 is not bad, actually. It's a good buff, in fact. And I can do this like multiple times here. Yeah, that seems good. I definitely could have scaled Subsuming Blade here if I had planned around this, but I did not. And that's okay, if I'm being honest with you. We'll find other opportunities. Okay, we're doing plenty of damage. Now I want to drop Fade so that she does indeed pass away. I'd like the money here, so we're going to do that as well. This is no longer can I click Hallowed Halls. That is a mistake I'm not going to make twice, is pretty much all I'm going to say about that. It is a mistake I will not make twice. Subsuming Blade. Scale it. Thank you. Good. Great work. Okay. Fine. I think we're going to be okay now. Just keep reforming. Nothing fancy. Drop it in. All good. Damage numbers are excellent. Cool. Great. Just let it ride. Yes. Excellent. All right. We've got it here, yeah? 8 damage. Well, I can get it. I'm going to go ahead and keep scaling here. I think it is the most valuable thing I could do. And then I think I kill on middle to get back the primitive mold and pull out the train steward. Yes. Cool. I think this is good. We let that ride. We sit on this. We get kills. Great news. Okay, cool. Do 100 damage up top. Now, I could possibly double drip and win on bottom floor here. Which is the main reason. Yeah, okay. That is an interesting line of play that I like a lot because it gets me points here without any problems. Teeth of Gold. I'm literally never... No, give me 25 money for that. Fossilized Fang, give me 25 money for that. Hilarious. Resin Removal, Snap Click. This enables some opening shenanigans that I really like. Absolutely. Skip this card. Okay. Resin Removal is great. I could remove cards here. It's not bad. Just cut garbage. I could go to the magic shop instead, look for an overstack. I like the possibility of high rolling here. Left side has no high roll potential, so we'll go chase that. I will take the self-infuse on a train steward here, just because it's value. Sure. Seems good. The spell chain here is an interesting question mark. What do you spell chain? Great idea. I'm not sure. Let's look at the magic shop real fast. Permafrost, whatever. If I do see Votivary, I need a 0-cost Subsuming Blade. Gift of Gratitude. I could definitely connect this with a improved Firebox at some point and make a ton of money, which is points. Okay? We're gonna do that. Now, the spell chain here is maybe interesting. What should this be on? I think that I should spell chain Space Prism, and then I just go to both dupes, and we end up with, that's what, 7 space up top, which is enough for 3 ladies, right? Without taking a space relic. Yeah, it's 5 plus 2 is 7. Which is Fade plus 3 ladies. I'm going to dupe the lady probably anyway, unless something else is a better use of my shards. But this Purge, I think, goes into Memento Mori at long last now that I have the Subsuming Blade. Or honestly, I think it should be Hallowed Halls. I did this upgrade, but this is just dumb. I guess I could add 40 gold with Gift of Gratitude here, huh? It's kind of weird. I think we get to a point where I have so few cards in my deck that I might as well purge a primitive mold and be okay with it. I think it actually... I think Hallowed Halls is actually cursed enough. Maybe if I see an intrinsic, I could do an intrinsic Hallowed Halls, and that's still a viable play. Let's go ahead and burn this Memento Mori. I think this is the worst card here. 200 shards. Let's see what's in this temple. I'll take -1s. I think the right angle here is just to go ahead and -1/-1 the Subsuming Blade. Right? I need it to be free. If I go in on Votivary, I need this to be free. I think that's accurate, yeah. Permafrost, doesn't really matter, right? Permafrost is pseudo removal, so I may as well put that into like resin removal here, I think, actually. Wait for an important turn. And then double stack, no thank you, but -1, I'm going to do that in the Subsuming Blade. This is enough to infinite here, so we're fine with that. I could 20 consume the... I want to leave that slot open. I want to leave that slot open. We have a temple coming up. I need to make sure I can at least take something from it. Alright. Cool. I could just send it on 400 gold here and lose the run, possibly. I think we are going to just play it a little more chill than that. And I'm going to at least airdrop in the ladies and stuff. Then I think I'm going to go ahead, instead of playing the Hallowed Halls here, I think I will just click the 320 gold Yeah, 320 gold. Incredible news. Okay, we're fine with this, I think. We are chilling. I can go ahead and play resin removal and make actual progress upstairs, which is great, and then I can shoot Little Fade, which is awesome. And we can take a Wicklash here. That's true. Is this my burn memento mori? Maybe it is. It's hard to say. No, I don't think so. I think it is burn memento mori, but we do it this way. Yeah, sure. Alright, good progress. Great work, go team. Let's Space Prism. We're going to reform our friend, Little Fade. She gets shot. Incredible. I have the Permafrost Resin Removal here. I am going to keep the scaling moving, I think. That seems good to me. We self-ping, and then we drop in Little Fade again for more scaling. I want to make sure I can... If I can get a pre-relentless the next time Fade comes up here, that would be ideal. Which is definitely within the realm of the possible here. Yeah, let's self-scale and then bring her back one more time. I think she's not going to die here, but that's okay. Do you come upstairs now? No, not yet. Alright, bummer. That's okay. We will continue to self-ping resin removal. I actually think that with the resin removal, I can make Hallowed Halls work, kind of oddly. Which is interesting, I suppose. Very interesting. I might as well play the other Train Steward on this floor for the time being, huh? Sure, why not? Seems good to me. Cool, I think now is the top floor angle, right? Yes. Okay, now... Little Fade dropping in. I think the angle that gets most likely the kill is simply dropping both these enemies. Oh man, we came so close. If I'd played that Train Steward out earlier or resin removal did, I might have been able to get it. Times 3. I think I can do this, right? Drop 1. Resin removal. Ping. Alright, yes, we do get the kill on Fel and pre-relentless. It's not glorious, but it's enough. This at least adds score in a meaningful way. Great news. Wonderful. That's an extra 10% on Fel. We'll take it. I'll grab Trader's Quill. Sure, why not? Furnace Tap. Honestly, with the permafrosted resin removal already on deck, this is excellent. We'll grab this. 100%. And then we just take card draw here, and we're okay. Good. Great news. I go to the right. We just dupe thing. More of the thing. I want to take every upgrade. Spell Chain, sure. Spell Chain Furnace Tap, that seems fine. Yes. Intrinsic here is going into the resin removal. This is nice because it means that now I am guaranteed to be able to play on any floor I want. Finally. Cool. The removals here are... Honestly, we cut Mr. Train Steward at long last. I think I dumpstered the Wicklash here. It's just so low impact compared to playing my other cards. The Drip Falls let me do some shenanigans, which I like. Cool. The dupe here is Lady number 3. Great news. We'll grab Firelight 3. And I think we're super cruising to a victory. I dropped 25 shards here because I didn't draft units, and I think it's going to have to be something I'm okay with. Mark of Invasion, no fear. No fear. Wow, actually just high roll out of your bloody mind and infused mallet kills the entire top floor in kind of glorious fashion. Let's go Fade middle then. Great. We drop Lady, we drop Lady. Incredible. I'm going to go ahead and go Space Prism in here. Which lets us go Primitive Mold. Which lets me shoot her again for more scaling. Bring her back. More Fade. spell chain in the back here. And I wish to finish with a resin removal on this one, I believe. Cool, seems good. We're definitely winning the combat now, for anyone keeping track. That seems a given. Cool, great work, right? Then I just self-ping here, and we keep doing it, I believe. Well done. Great. Now, I don't get Ember next turn because of Ember Drain, but I kind of don't care that much. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, in fact. I could self-ping here. I don't know how much any of this really matters. This is enough damage. Let's just shoot downstairs and move on. It's fine. Sure. Save some hits, save some whatever. Great, and now we can go... Yeah, now you can go Furnace Tap again. We can come downstairs, generate Ember, bring back Fade, play her, stab her, bring her back, and let it ride. Now, I could have resin removal there. That's accurate. I don't know how much I actually care about this, though. Just stab Fade repeatedly, I think. I will eventually get a turn. And that day is not today. And that's okay. You know what? Whatever. Fine. Fine. All good, honestly. Just let it ride. I think I lose some score there because of that, but that's okay. So I think I could have navigated that a little better. I was just moving a little faster than probably I should have. Oh, sure, I'll take 40 health. Why not? Yeah, here's your Votivary. All right, cool. It's present. We have the infinite. Great. Just go ahead and skip this. Cool. So now our infinite is simple. The infinite is Scale Subsuming Blade until we auto-win. I have to dupe Votivary. Can I do this, actually? I need a... Maybe this works, right? I'm going to go left. I don't know if I have enough self-pings, right, is the thought. It might not be sufficient. I might need 2 dupes for this to work. Flicker's Liquor. Interesting. Let's try to take everything we can. Spell Chain, a Purge. Another spell chain. I'll take it somewhere. I may as well put it down. Put it in Mind Collapse, I suppose. It's at least functionally useful. But kind of interesting. -1s have a lot of value in Hallowed and Furnace Tap. So let's do that, I think. It's going to be very difficult for me to do this otherwise. -1 in a Hallowed Halls. Sure, Hallowed Halls might be the other way I kill Fade. Or rather, not Fade, but... What's it called? Votivary. Problem is, it's expensive. You only get so many. I still think it's correct. We'll do this. -1 there. Sure. Skip all this, whatever. Permafrost is a pseudo removal, which I actually appreciate. So we'll go ahead and do that. -1 can go into Furnace Tap here. Cutting cards is almost certainly correct. I do need a second Votivary. It's just like Flatline required. So let's drop a Dripfall here. And let's drop another Dripfall here. Actually, it's just Primitive Mold, right? Yeah. Drop a couple more Primitive Molds. It's good. I mean, we're down at the point where the only cards in my deck now are 1 Dripfall. So 1, 2 Hallowed Halls, 3 Mind Collapse, 4 Subsuming Blade. I mean, the Primitive Mold and Resin Removal are kind of pseudo-removed because of the Permafrost on them. It's good to have them. Let's look at this Trinket Shop. I'm going to re-roll this. Encased Ember. There definitely was an infinite on this on Ember as well. That's interesting. I don't think I purchased that. I'm going to go ahead and dupe the Votivary here because I think this is almost certainly going to be correct. I don't think we have the infinite here. I mean, I think we have the infinite, but I don't think we have... It's going to be kind of gross. Anyway, you need 2 Votivaries. It's kind of a requirement for it. Spell Chain of Mind Collapse. I will purge a Dripfall here, the last shards of my day. Do not self-infuse Votivary. That's a great way to lose the infinite. And I think we move on. Do I need to remove anything else? I mean, the Dripfall goes away now. It's just Hallowed Halls, Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse can generate Ember a fair number of times, actually, depending on the turn that this happens on. And then Subsuming Blade's the other one. This could work. This could work. Maybe we pseudo-infinite. We'll see. Seraph the Patient. We'll see what happens to him. This is kind of a weird one because we might have to pseudo-infinite and try to go for like a turn 1 kill or turn 2 kill or something. Top floor. Very well, buddy. Very well. Alright, let's go in. Votivary first. Cool. Fade. Got it. Great. Lady. Space Prism. Lady. Space Prism. Okay. Let's... We actually don't have a self-ping on this turn, which is brutal, but that's okay. We're going to drop in. Does he really not have Trample? He doesn't get Trample even at 265 shards at Covenant 1? That's bizarre. Let's play other Votivary downstairs just to get it shot, I guess. And then burn the Dripfall. Let's go upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and drop Furnace Tap, then we hit the Resin Removal, and we sit. Okay, fair. Alright, now I don't think this works, right, is the thing. I think the problem that you're going to run into is that I need to redraw. So, you stab Votivary and you draw other stuff. The question is, what do you draw? I can use Mind Collapse to generate Ember. This is not a very effective infinite, is my problem here, right? That's kind of the issue. It's not particularly functional. This would have been, if you had gone on Ring 7 and duped the... So on Ring 7, you have to dupe the -2 Subsuming Blade, and then assume you're gonna hit the Votivary, and this becomes a lot easier. The problem is I can't repeatedly self-ping and redraw the Subsuming Blade because of the way this works. So yeah, that is a concern. Cool. So you have Votivaries. Great news. Wonderful. The thing that's going to happen is I'm going to click on Hallowed Halls here. Or if I shoot the Votivary, it doesn't actually do anything, right? I need to put one of these in the pool and then redraw it. So the idea would be I need to stab a Votivary just to get it played, and then I Hallowed Halls on the other Votivary to redraw the Votivary and the Subsuming Blade, which gives you a pseudo-infinite. So we'll click it. But you'll see why this doesn't work very easily, right? Cool. Alright, we get the Votivary back with that. But that was, I think, because of Winged Steel. So, interesting. I think we want to try to go for a fast kill, not a... I think we want to go for a fast kill. This is important, I'm pretty sure, because... Yeah, okay. Go ahead and go Primitive Mold here. I'm trying to cheese out fast kills here. What does that mean? I want to try to kill Patient ASAP without relying on an infinite. Because I don't have the infinite, is the important point here, right? So you drop Votivary in, AK, and then we go Mind Collapse, generating Ember. Then we send this, which will bring back some other pieces here. Sure. Now I'm going to kill Fade again. I'm going to generate more Ember. And I go Primitive Mold. I should have played that on bottom floor. I baited Patient to middle. I'm a fool. I was going to I made a mistake on that. And then you finish with a resin removal play here. And top floor is primed to, like, murder. But he has to go middle now. I've made the mistake of doing this. Okay. Alright, so we're one turn ahead, or behind, or however you want to view this. But I think we have the pieces here to win this run quickly. I just need to make it work. Now we shoot Fade again. Great. I'm going to Primitive Mold and keep doing the thing I'm doing. I wish to generate Ember on mid-floor here. Yes. We'll generate Ember, which lets me Hallowed Halls one more time and draw a bunch. Cool. So this is a very fast ramp here, which is exciting, but also, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we definitely, I think, kill next turn if I actually play this smartly. I could probably have gotten the other lady in here for that whole activity, which I will say is probably wise. Play it in. Okay, and then he kills that. We have to go upstairs. Now, do I have the win on this if I just click resin removal? I don't think so. So, Primitive Mold back Fade. I have the Mind Collapse. I do not have a target for Mind Collapse. Keep that in mind. I think we have to go resin removal here and get the kill. Yeah, alright, math. Great work. Cool, don't mess with it. Alright, we got a pre-relentless on Patient at least. Votive Key is actually really good. I'll take it. 100%. Random things getting endless is not a problem. It means I don't even need to play the... Well, it kind of messes some things up. It means that Reform doesn't let me do the super cool action. But I think we can still completely pop off here in kind of a cool way. So let's Space Prism into Space Prism. I want to drop in Fade. And then I wish to Lady and Lady. Now, I have the ability to generate some energy here. Not a lot, but I have a lot of extra energy as well. So I think the right angle here is we go Votivary, Votivary. And then we Hallowed Halls here. We're generating stats on the Votivaries, which I'm okay with. Kind of interesting, but certainly viable. And then I think we click this again, which is kind of fun. Draws more stuff. And then I play Votivary again. I think I stab Fade. Oh, this Votivary doesn't cause any issues. I have Votivary, right? Stab Fade. Reform Fade. Play Fade. Send Fade to the Shadow Realm. Right? Okay. Cool. And now I think I want to play the Votivary again. And then if I resin removal here, I think we come pretty close to pulling this off. Now I could Hallowed Halls on this one and then get 2 Ember back, which is not bad, right? Hallowed Halls, Mind Collapse for 2 Ember so I can play the resin removal. Yeah, that's correct. We'll do this. Sure, it is completely just more stats, which I'm good with. Then you play Votavary, then we stab Fade. Great. Then we generate Mind Collapse value. Then we airdrop in a Furnace Tap play. And a Resin Removal for 2,000 damage on this turn. And I think we accept that. Okay. Now, if I can get even a remotely comparably decent turn here, I think we can do this again. Incoming Fade. We shoot Fade. Big value. I can add... what? 339 damage here with a Furnace Tap, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, I'll admit. Now, if the problem I'm having, can I generate Ember? I can generate Ember. So, okay, in that case, I think we can go Primitive Mold. The Rage is not an important part of this. We get more from Little Fade Murder. So we Fade in front, then we send it on a Hallowed Halls again. Okay. Great. I'm going to stab Fade here. Now, I do give up the Furnace Tap, but I think we can pull it off by virtue of scaling all of the hits much higher. So we stab Fade. Then I generate Ember. I do not have a way of generating more Ember here. Correct. So now I think we reform Fade. Drop her in. Resin Removal. We came close, but we didn't get it. Okay, fine. Get rid of this damage shield. We get it on next turn then? Sure. Playing the Votavary downstairs was also possibly a mistake. Alright, we have the X. Just press end turn. It's over. Great job. Okay. So, not a bad setup. We did okay. We did okay. I'm still working on this whole nonsense thing. I could have gotten the Infinite if I had faith and believed that I would draft the Votavary. It's one of those kind of meta choices, right? You see an 83k on the scoreboard and you should go, hey, I'm pretty confident there's a Votavary. Let's plan around it. You can do that. You know, I'll take a 78k. This would have been an 80k if I hadn't fully botched Ring 4. So, you know, there's that. That's pretty decent, right? Are we first page? Oh, baby, we made it. I would have been the exact same placement, but 2k higher, 2.2k higher if I had simply not botched Ring 4. Now, this is almost certainly the full Votavary Infinite, right? Easy mode, right? Draft infused into an Entombed Explosive. Tiny, made 4 of them. That's enough hits. You didn't Votavary Infinite, you just went hecka fast. Oh, they took an Antumbra Assault. Okay, so Antumbra Assault does help a lot with the Votavary Infinite as well. This seems reasonable. 330 means that they were able to get some of the extra shards that I didn't in the form of another 25 because they self-infused one more time. So, all right, kind of interesting. Interesting plays here. I mean, seeing the Waxer Snuffer with the bombs helping out, this is actually pretty cool, right? This is a pretty cool angle. This is another thing that I would just literally never do at Covenant 25 because you simply have too much garbage and you're not getting a bunch of freebies, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's a neat one. All right, and then we'll look at me. I don't feel like going through everyone. There's definitely an Infinite in here that just wins turn 1 on everything, so there's that as well, but yeah, 265 shards. I think that's a reasonable amount. We could have gotten up to 290. Where else am I missing shards? I guess I could have improved my dupes possibly by duping like a 20 shard spell, but where is he getting the other shards from? 330 as 40 shards. that I'm missing. And he had to have duped the Entombed Explosive, which is only worth 15. So there's 25 shards I missed, but I took every other shard in the run. So I don't know where he's getting the extra 40 shards here. This I'm not actually sure about. There might be some factor that I'm forgetting. I would be interested if someone knows from someone who plays dailies a lot. Is there some 40 shards I'm missing? The only thing I didn't take was the self-infuse, right? Oh, wait, no, 100%. No, I duped a Votivary at the end there instead of a 15 shard. So, okay, so he must have gotten an additional, right, okay, no, this makes sense, right, because there's two, I figured it out. Yeah, we've got it. There's two infusions I didn't take, which is 50 and then 65. So 65 is the distinction, right? And I think we're exactly 65 apart. Yes. Okay, cool. That's where it is. It's 50 from two infuses and a dupe for 15. So cool. His line pulls this off just a little bit faster. Awesome. Very cool, actually. I'm a big fan of how that plays out. That's neat. Ours does pretty well. I think I'm pretty happy. I was a little too tunnel visioning on the Photovary Infinite at the end. I think I could have gone 15 shards harder and just simply duped the lady, I guess. Interestingly, I do think the Entombed Explosive is an awesome play because it's tiny. This is something that I don't really think about because at, Covenant 25, what are you going to... Playing this aggro at Covenant 25 with no banner units is just super spicy, but of course you can pull it off here, right? You have positive modifiers that are blowing you out of the water. You have literally free lost luggage and improved firebox, which is busted, especially because you have so few starting cards. You're basically guaranteed to see half your deck by almost like 2/3 of your deck by turn 1. So this not having a banner unit, not actually a bad thing, right? So this is actually extremely smart, the Entombed Explosive angle. I'm a huge fan of this. It's super daily smart. This is not a decision that even registers in my mind right now. And what else? What else is worth pointing out here? That itself is huge. This is a massive swing because you're using smaller units and you can hyperscale, and if they die, they blow up everything. So very cool. Big fan of this. This is big brain. Very big brain. So cool. With that in mind, I think we could have done it. I could have gotten a little closer, and I think we could have pulled off some stuff. Some things I didn't actually get a lot of value out of. Furnace Tab I did a little bit here and there, but I was also playing some Hallowed Halls nonsense as well. It's interesting because some of this I was taking because of possibilities of future things. Obviously, if we'd seen a -2, the Hallowed Halls would have popped off in a big way. I think this could have been duped and then become really cool. It also would have been a 20 shard dupe, which would have been pretty neat. But we never saw the -2. I made a mistake there, I suppose. Other things. Furnace Tap I didn't do great with. I think this could have been used better, but yeah, there were some combats I think I could have gotten a little bit earlier of a kill. I think we could have gotten a ring earlier of a kill on Pyre Wings if I had not played if I had not forgotten to play a resin removal and then dripped my lady down. We would have gotten an extra 10% score here for 850. So I can pretty cleanly identify about 3,050 points that I'm missing, which puts us up at 81k. 81k gets us, that gets us number 4, I think. Yeah, we get over 81.04. So we gets us the number 4 score, which is cool. We've already been bested. Someone got a higher score than me. Shame. Just literally just now. That's okay. This is an interesting... Oh, someone got an 84k. Ooh, someone just kind of came out in front. Who's this? Oh, I know this person. This person plays on some of my Curse Seeds runs. What did they go with? Lightstone casing. They made their own -2 Hallowed Halls, which is cool. Bounty Stalker. Where the heck was Bounty Stalker? That's funny. I never even saw this goon. What a crazy floor. That's awesome. Even cooler. 9 turn. Amazing. Incredible. Didn't even go for an infinite. Just blasted off with Bounty Stalkers going mad with power. Didn't even have upgrades. That's unreal. Wow, what a crazy floor. Awesome. Anyway, I think I don't have much else to say. This is the daily. It's kind of cool. I have fun with these because they're different enough that they make me think about things I don't really consider. And a lot of strategies that I play don't make, like, they obviously work at this level. Anything that wins at Covenant 25 also wins at Covenant 1. It's just that more things win at Covenant 1 than at Covenant 25. And you're chasing some real jank stuff to pull off ridiculously high shard kills, which is interesting. So, I don't know. Cool. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun watching it. I'll let you go there. I don't have much else to add. So, yeah, neat. Go team on the daily for today. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks. Oh, and let me know, dailies, do you hate them? Do you like them? If you got this far, what do you think? All right, take care.